Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got another body cam this time. We got cold blue cam in the building. How police stopped a potential church massacre. It's a crazy title, ain't it? See?
Very crazy. Very crazy.
I always got my saying I tell you, but that's just between me and you. Hey, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
I ain't gonna hold you. You feel like you hate the world so bad. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all be doing it anyway. At the end, you ain't got to harm nobody else. If you don't want to be here no more, it's your personal. Never mind. Let's get it. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready? Mm-hmm. Well, go seek help, man.
You armed though today? Are you carrying with you right now?
I always carry.
Okay, you're carrying?
Yes.
Did you make any statements online that you're going to burn the church or burn the Bible?
Officers are at a church after receiving high alert warnings from a neighborhood county about this man as they try to stop him from carrying out his deadly.
He doesn't even look like he's come like.
Warnings from a neighborhood county about this man as they try to stop him from carrying out his deadly plan. They uncover a disturbing case that could potentially threaten hundreds of lives.
1310, I'm clear. I'll be en route to 124.
It's 10:23 a.m. on September 24th, 2023, and this Prince William County lieutenant in Virginia has received an alert about a possible shooting threat at Park Valley Church in Gainesville. The lieutenant is stationed at the same church to work on a traffic detail. As he drives back toward the church entrance from the parking lot, he has no idea that inside, the church's security team has already noticed something suspicious about one of the visitors. This is 36-year-old Rui Chang. The church's security team immediately finds him suspicious when he walks in around 10:20 a.m. wearing sunglasses on a rainy day and avoiding all greetings. As they keep an eye on him, they notice he keeps glancing up and down at the ceiling.
I ain't gonna lie, security on point. That's on point. For one, like they did say, because this is what September, October, September. It is a very gloomy day. September can be sunny or yeah, it could be sunny in September. But just on this particular day, it's gloomy outside. Why you got sunglasses? Even the way you dress, you try to put on a collared shirt to try to fit in as possible, but you still are not fitting in with your attire.
Yeah.
You stick out like a sore thumb, bro.
Facts.
Which I want all y'all to stick out so we can all have awareness of, you know. Like, come like, you know, make yourself known.
As they keep an eye on him, they notice he keeps glancing up and down at the ceiling, leading them to suspect he's searching for surveillance cameras. Some even believe his sunglasses might contain a hidden recording device. Just as the security staff approaches Jang for a conversation, the lieutenant arrives, and soon, Jang's disturbing plan begins to unfold.
Hey sir, how are you? I'll talk to you outside a minute?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
Sure?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Let's
Let's go over here.
And then, what's up with this earpiece in the ear? You see it?
Let me see.
Not the ear. This ear.
Sure?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Let's
Let's go over here if you don't.
People don't wear them big old Bluetooth joints no more. Is there a hearing aid possibly? You would know more on that end than I would. But it don't even look like a hearing aid to me though. So
I can't really see it, but yeah, it's real big, but it ain't a hearing aid.
Well, he wants me to leave, so I showed him my ID.
Okay.
He took a picture, and I am actually leaving now.
Okay. Well,
So
can I talk to you over
no
here?
complaints.
Can I talk to you over here? a minute?
Yeah.
All right. What's going on? Are you armed today?
I am.
Are you armed today?
I am a legal carrier.
Come on over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever you want to know.
Are you armed?
man, you going to church. Most people, I ain't gonna hold you. You going to church. You're going in for a reason, right? the last thing should be on your mind is to go to church and I'll make sure I'm armed. Most people, I know the ideology of the real world we live in, so but well, how it used to be, the church is the safest place to be.
Yeah.
How it used to be.
Yeah.
I do know the world we live in now. You're not safe anywhere,
But
barely even in your own home.
Yeah.
But you was trying to say.
I'm about to say, but one thing, if you already go to this church, or even if you're a visitor or whatever the case would be, but if you are familiar with the church already, they have security, so you don't need to feel the need to have to, because that's what they up there for.
That's
they
the
up there
last
to
thing
protect.
I need to be doing is bringing a weapon.
Right, that'll be the
only weapon you need is the Bible. That is your sword.
Today, are you carrying with you right now?
I always carry.
Okay, you're carrying?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want, I can leave the premises. I don't have to, come back or
okay. Well,
wear anything. But.
You have a concealed carry permit?
Yes, I can show you. I'm going to reach into my wallet.
Okay, where's your weapon?
It's on my right side.
Okay.
Can I put this on the ground?
Say again? Yeah, you can put the coffee down over here.
I'm shuffling around.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, the reason why I got called is I got a call about you coming to the church, that there was some type of possible threat or something.
No. Here's my ID, and then you wanted to see that, so maybe I should take this off too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, do you mind just pulling your jacket up so I can see where you're? Can I?
You don't want to.
You mind if I check? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. You can feel it if you want.
Technically, you can't have a weapon on church property.
Yeah, you're not allowed unless you're authorized by the church.
Oh,
That's
is that law? You keep going.
No, yeah. I don't know about that much. I can't answer that question for you, but that's why I was like, if you don't, that they have someone already here to do that, you shouldn't have to.
No, keep talking. In Tennessee, you can legally carry a weapon on church property unless the church has posted clear visible sign prohibiting firearms. Since churches are considered private property, they have the legal right to set their own rules in regard to weapons. That's in Tennessee.
They're in Virginia.
I was just pretending what we just said. Yes, you can carry a weapon on church property in Virginia, but it is dependent on two factors: the church's specific policy and having a good and sufficient reason to carry it, such as for self-defense. Churches can choose to prohibit firearms on their property, and if they do, you must follow their rules. So technically, it's against their rules for you to, so you gotta abide by their rules. Mm-hmm. So it's against the law, technically.
Yeah, you can't carry on church property or school property.
Even concealed, not
Correct.
When it's shown?
Correct. Anytime.
I'm sorry about that. I did not.
You don't know that?
I did not know. I thought
you had to take the test to get this.
I thought you can't enter.
You can't have a
government buildings in
You
DC,
can't have a
like
weapon
museums.
on church property
I'm
or
sorry.
school property
I
at
did
any
not know
time,
that.
whether
I
it's
did
a
not.
weapon or not.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Just don't reach for your weapon at all.
No. I'm
if you will, I will take action. You
yeah,
understand that?
I understand that.
So how did I get contact with you today? Why am I contacting you today?
I think I don't know.
You don't know?
I think it was because we were talking.
No.
Right? He's staff.
No. I got an alert from Fairfax County about you coming to the church. Did you make a threat to the church?
No.
That you're gonna...
I did not make a threat.
You didn't make any type of threat?
I did not make threats.
The night before, on September 23rd, Jang posted a photo to his Instagram with the caption, "Welcome to Park Valley Church," attended by many top-secret government clearance holders in the area. From this day forward, you will know that this is how you all repaid me. Blood will be on your hands. The post quickly raised concern for one of Jang's friends, who reported it to the authorities.
Shout out to the friend for reporting the thing, because most times, anytime there's a mass shooting or a big thing, they typically let someone know before they do it in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it be Snapchat. They post on social media or tell somebody that's very close to them that they plan on carrying something out. You might not know very detailed, but typically, out of all times, they have mentioned something to someone and if that person alerted to someone, it could have been prevented. Almost every time. So, shout out to the friend who even alerted. But you got others who came across the post and never said nothing.
Now, as the lieutenant and other officers begin talking to Jang, they'll soon realize that the post was just the surface of a much deeper and more troubling situation.
I sent an email to, I think, asking for donation refund.
Who?
I don't know his last name.
Okay.
Somebody, as part
At
of
the church?
Yes,
Here?
I asked for a donation refund and they returned it to me. So
Okay.
they returned it
So
last.
why are you
night
here today then?
Because I want to see what it's like again to be here.
Okay. So you made a donation, you requested a refund back.
But then
Because I feel like the relationship was kind of ruined.
We're here.
So you don't go back.
right, like if
That
that
makes
makes no
no
sense.
The church?
Yeah, because I got very angry. Not that kind of angry, but I got, in my email I said, I would like.
124, I'm out with the subject. If you could keep one more unit coming, I'm at the front entrance.
Here, let me.
Subject is armed.
So, I made no threat to anyone.
Okay.
I am no threat to anyone. I was actually very grateful at first, early on, and that's why I started making donations, 10% of every paycheck.
Okay.
And it was an automatic donation. But on the bottom of the paper, 90-day tithing challenge, it said if your life doesn't improve after 90 days, ask for your refund. So what happened was nearly the next day after my first donation,
Hold on to that.
life started going downhill really fast.
Why?
And I don't know. In the next couple of weeks later, I got a very bad infection that almost went to
Hold
my
on,
eye. I got laid off from my job, this and that. And,
How does that
and
deal with the church, though?
It's a spiritual thing. Like
Okay.
it's kind of like, it's not a direct connection,
Just because.
but I felt like, these people that I've met, they said, oh, I was sent by God, or people would say these, spiritual things to me, and then I kind of make an indirect connection. So I think, okay, well, now I want my refund back. And they sent it back to me.
While Jang discusses the refund issue with the church, the tone in his email is far more hostile, laced with profanities.
My
Now
goodness.
I feel like because I got my baptism here.
That's how you start an
First
email?
time.
If all of you, I hate you all, refund my money now. You owe me. Because he didn't feel like he got it.
Profanities.
Now I feel like because I got my baptism here. First time ever. My friend introduced me here, back in April. So I thought, well, this relationship has kind of, gone downhill. So, I'm here. I want
He
to.
has a weapon on his right side.
Yeah, I
So, you know.
showed him everything.
Okay.
So that's the story.
Do you have your license on you handy?
Yeah. Well, I gave it. You have it right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Okay, I just was looking at that. Do you still live on?
Yes.
Okay. So what's your intentions today? Who did you
Just
send
here.
a message to on Instagram?
Instagram.
Yeah.
I didn't send anybody a message on. I didn't send a direct message to anyone on
Okay, what
Instagram.
did you post on Instagram?
It's not a very active account. So.
It's not a very active one.
Account, meaning I'm not, usually on there to just, but at the same time, there are some things that I even write in my computer or something. It's not really me. It's more like, I work on video games. I work on short stories. I work on science fiction stories. Some of that,
So what that tells me is that was very personal if you don't actively post. And so when you post something, you actually mean what you're posting. Because, that's just what... I'm not a very active person that posts. So when I post something, that's very intentional. Now, if somebody overly posts, people are like, oh, they're just them rambling because they always posting something. But someone who don't actively be posting, when they post, it actually got more meaning about it. You get what I mean? I don't know.
I work on video games. I work on short stories. I work on science fiction stories. Some of that, might have a graphic or a violent nature. If you look in my emails, these are...
Let's not block the sidewalk. Let's go over here.
So I'm not, I can explain anything if you
Okay.
need, and I can provide any documentation, anything like that. But
So, did you make any statements online or otherwise that you're going to burn the church or burn the Bible?
okay, I did burn a Bible, and that was my Bible.
Where?
in my house,
Okay.
in the kitchen sink. But I made no threats, as in I'm going to burn, somebody's Bible, or I'm going to say I'm going to do such and such action to. No. As you said before, I don't even know some of these people. I don't even think I met. But he was just.
Well, how do you know?
Because, yeah, because I don't know. I don't remember his face, but because I attended online lectures.
What does he look like?
I don't remember. I know he's white. I don't remember what the other.
Does he have hair? No hair?
I don't remember. I just have that as his email in my. I think he contacted me and said something about Jesus a while back. We had a good relationship, with the church and everything. When everything started going downhill, that's when I started making indirect connections.
While Jang downplays his personal frustrations in conversation, his Instagram posts from the night before paint a very different picture. He blamed the government for failing to care for him after more than 11 years of service.
I worked for the government for 11 years on a different identity. Huh? My biological father is, I don't know. I have no other known family. For 11 years, I sacrificed my life, my love life, family, and any kind of life for service. They trained my whole, they trained my whole life to be a political pawn, to kill, to speak cryptically, and that is all they ever taught me. Bro, you signed up for that. You signed up for this career. And you work for the government, everybody, come on now. And they repaid me by denying the love I needed. This is not a 911 speech. This is not activation. Blood would be on. So you need someone to blame for
whatever issues that you have in your life, and also whatever actions you feel like you need to take so that it can be in your mind justified. No.
Not at all.
During which he had sacrificed his entire youth. In his posts, he spoke of blood on your hands, framing the system as responsible for the actions he was planning, claiming he had been used as a pawn and that his loyalty was never appreciated.
Mind if I secure your weapon for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Do whatever.
Because I don't.
I have a
just
knife
for my
right
safety.
there too. I have a knife right there too.
Okay. Just don't reach in.
I'm not gonna. I was trying
keep
to.
Keep your hand up where I can see.
I was just trying to.
Just hold yourself still.
All right.
I'm just gonna secure this until we're done. Okay.
Sure. Do what you got to do.
Okay.
Do what you got to do.
All right. Just sit tight.
Do what you got.
You have anything else on you? I'm gonna pat you down for my safety.
No, sir. Did you get my knife?
I got it.
Did you get my knife?
Yes, I have your knife.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah, go ahead and reach it. Actually, just leave him the way he is. I got his weapon. He's good enough right now.
Okay.
There's
He
enough
needs
of
to
us.
actually go
There might be
upstairs.
something sharp in the wallet if you want to check past it. Otherwise,
Deeper. You get my
yeah,
way?
yeah.
Here, let me take his wallet too. Here, I'll take it.
Talk to
Yep.
You have anything else on you, sir?
I don't.
So his wallet had a razor in it too? It's a car with a razor on it. You can't combat. You got a knife on you, you got a gun on you, and why do you need that much protection?
To go to church.
Unless you got something planned.
Yep.
You have anything else on you, sir?
I don't. No, I don't. No.
I'm gonna check the rest of them real quick.
You can check it.
Actually, do me a favor, sir. I'm gonna detain you until I figure out what we have here. Okay?
Wait, that's what he was
All right.
trying to do.
Just sit tight. Safer for you and safer for us. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you need to do, I'll
You're not under arrest. You're just being detained right now.
I understand.
You don't have anything else on you?
No.
I'm just patting you down. What do you have in here? What's that?
That's probably a first aid kit. You can reach into my pocket.
You mind?
What do you need a first aid kit?
I just don't want to get sharp or anything.
I don't think so.
Huh?
I don't think so. No, there's nothing else in there. It might be a portable battery for my cell phone. That's my cell phone. That's my cell phone.
Yes.
That's my cell phone.
You want to put them in yours or mine?
A portable battery? Or are you talking about like a charger?
Probably.
Put them in yours. No problem. You got an extra round?
That's not going to do any damage anyway.
Oh, really?
Because you have my weapon, so I don't.
Do you mind standing by my car real quick and just set those in with the other stuff? Anthony, just pull up right next to me. What do you have in your car? Do you have anything in your car?
Well, now that you mention that, there is one round of magazine. I always keep one in my car. Maybe a pepper spray.
I'm going to just sit you in here a minute. Okay?
Am I under arrest?
I said you're detained. You're not under arrest.
Okay.
But I want to sort what we have here.
Yeah, we can sort it out.
Okay? You don't have anything else on you. I'm going to take these off you.
Take that.
Okay?
Sorry, I forgot about that. Let me think if I have any. I don't think I have any.
You sure?
Those are my...
Yeah, I'm going to hold on to these.
Yeah, that's not a knife, by the way. It looks like one.
You have anything else?
I don't think so. And sometimes if I'm anxiety, you know, I just...
Okay. You ever thought about hurting yourself or anything?
I am on... No, hurting myself, not as much in the past, more so, but...
Thought about hurting others?
No. A couple, maybe 2 months ago, I was on antidepressants.
Okay. Have you thought about hurting yourself?
There were times where, for example, when I had an infection where I thought, you know, damn, this is a pretty bad life.
How long ago was that?
Maybe a month ago.
Okay. Did you talk to anybody about this?
Yeah, not really. No therapist. I didn't want to really bother my family or anyone else with this stuff. And, you know.
So, have you come here today for any reasons to hurt anybody or yourself?
No.
You come to a church armed, and you're not on the security team, and you're not working with me.
I go to a lot of places armed, so I can't really...
Okay, well, you have to know where you can and can't carry arms.
But it's the way you
Correct?
came.
You should know that, correct?
Yes.
If you're a concealed weapon, all right? Just sit tight for me, okay? You know, like I said, you're not under arrest. You're being detained right now for your safety and mine, and then we'll go from there with the car, okay?
In an Instagram chat with a friend back in August, Jang had expressed his desire to live his 20s in his 30s, reflecting on the sacrifices he'd made for the government and yearning for normal experiences like dating and falling in love. His frustration only grew when these attempts failed, and as his friend tried to reason with him, his aggressive delusions resurfaced. Eventually, the friend blocked him, saying she was scared of him.
What kind of car is it? It's a two-door Mercedes coupe. What's this? What's this?
Is that little portable?
Is this like a AirPod Touch or a AirTag?
It's
Like somebody's they thinking it's
So what is this?
Huh?
What is this?
Oh, that's a tracker for my wallet.
Okay. Like an AirTag?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to know some things that I've said and some...
You work for the government?
I did. But
So how long ago?
I was laid off on August 17th.
Why do you still have an ID?
That because I am waiting for them to collect it.
Huh?
I'm waiting for them to collect it. That was actually from a previous employer. I sent them an email, my security officer, a while back.
This is expired in a week.
I'm not using that, sir.
I understand.
And some of the things I've probably said or to friends or family, I'm really just asking for help. It's kind of a call for help.
Okay, it looks like...
But you just previously said you didn't want to bother family and friends with it, so you think you like, damn, I did say this to this person. So in your head, you trying to calculate who all could have told on me. Mm-hmm. That's what you trying
like,
to...
I wasn't going to really hurt. I just wanted some... I just wanted some help.
You didn't want no help from family and friends.
You want some help.
Yeah.
You want to go see a therapist today?
See, that's the problem. I don't think I can afford that.
Okay, well we can get you
know,
to one.
maybe tomorrow.
Would you
maybe,
want,
I
would
haven't
you want
heard
us to
myself.
would you want us to have you talk to one? It appears to me that you're asking you want to talk to somebody today. I can get you there.
I don't. Maybe I should just contact my family.
124. Do we have a co-responder working by any chance today?
So I've never heard anybody look at my background. I've never hurt myself. I have had, depressive episodes in the past, and they were pretty bad. But even then, I never hurt anybody. So you can check my background.
Okay.
Check everything.
All right, give me a minute. Okay.
Hate you all. F you. I want my money back. I'm going to get a copy of that. My wife's Pastor Barry's
How long ago was
assistant.
that?
1 or 2 days ago.
Okay.
It might have been Friday.
Because we got this through Fairfax and they gave us a description of a car, but not color and the tags. And then here he is. He's in the church. The code doesn't allow for someone to carry on church property unless for good reason, and he doesn't have a good reason, and it's your property. I'm assuming you don't want him here anymore.
No.
With the
So do you want us to trespass him?
Yes.
On top of everything else we're going to do?
yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
we'd like for you to have his fingerprints.
Yeah. Well,
You never can tell what he's been doing.
Did he have a conceal?
See, you volunteered to come in.
I don't know.
Taking drugs now or is
No.
that's a separate thing.
Did he have a conceal
Yeah, he has a concealed.
permit?
but not in the state of mind that he's in. Yeah, so let me sort through this.
Yeah,
All right. Let's start with trespass. We'll work our way up.
Now, as the unit moves to the other side of the parking lot to inspect Jang's car, they discover the ammunition, pepper spray, and 2 knives he had mentioned, along with several other items. While he has been cooperative, the officers cannot ignore the troubling plans he hinted at the night before regarding the church.
Is there anything illegal about this? I don't think so.
The sheet? No.
Bear spray? Do you think we should take it or no?
Spray?
Yeah.
Well, we could just spray it out and empty it.
We'll take it.
What do we got? So it had a backpack. Well, what stuff in
So
here?
in this backpack was the
Do you want to
gun
take
case?
this and put the gun in it? Or we can't put that in there? No, there's no sense of us taking that.
I'm not going to take that. I have the package.
Does it say what range he was going to? To shoot? Because he's got a target there.
He's got ammo in here.
Let's take all of his ammo, too.
Take that too.
Yeah.
You need to revoke his,
What is the ESRO? Is that what we serve at residents?
Yes, to secure more weapons.
Oh, okay. So if he was like a Prince William resident, we could do
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Well, we can't go out there.
Yeah.
So this backpack just has a gun case in it and nothing else.
Yeah, it looks to me like probably like a range bag. That's where he had his headphones in. And what did he act like when you approached him? Was he acting scared or?
He was just a little subdued.
Okay. I expected to find more concerning things out. Nothing in here? Did you rummage through?
still concerned
Okay, good.
with those messages.
During a later search of his residence, investigators discovered a disturbing letter in which Jang claimed he had worked as a political assassin for the government for 11 years, only to be repaid with nothing for his service and loyalty. The letter detailed his struggles with love and intimacy and his growing belief that there was no point in fulfilling one's duties. Jang wrote that his actions were not politically or religiously motivated, and that his soon-to-be victims were not targeted in advance. He even apologized to the families of the slain men for what he had done and what he was about to do. The letter ended with a
That's what he
chilling
said.
sign-off until next lifetime.
He had already wrote a note.
Yes.
He was getting ready to carry out
He was
his
getting
plan.
ready to carry out.
He was I think he was contemplating how to go about doing it, so he went to scout it, but he already had the plan of doing so.
All right, sir. Based on everything that's transpired here this morning, it is our determination that you are suffering from some type of undiagnosed mental illness at this point, and we're going to take you into custody in an emergency custody order to get you evaluated by the Community Services Board. It is up to them to determine whether or not you will remain in custody or not, but for all intents and purposes right now, you are on an ECO.
Oh, what is that?
Emergency custody order to take you to go get mentally evaluated.
Okay.
Okay?
Is
Because
that-
we've determined that you're a danger to yourself and others at this point.
Okay. What will happen? What's the process?
So we're gonna go down to the hospital, and I'm gonna have someone from the Community Services Board come over and evaluate you. We're gonna move over here, and I'm gonna check your person again before we go down there.
After being examined at the hospital and receiving medical clearance, Jang is taken to the station for questioning. It's there that he realizes the investigators know everything, and he desperately tries to talk his way out of it.
I was a software engineer.
How long did you work there?
A little over a year.
And when did you stop?
I think it was August 17th of this year.
Okay.
It's around that.
And is that because the contract ended or because something happened at work or something?
It was, I got laid off. It was termination.
Okay. And was the termination, was that from performance or just because they were cutting back or?
So the letter was performance. I was not expecting it, but the letter was performance. I have not talked to them since.
You were going through something mental health wise that you needed to make them aware of?
Yes, I was going through depression, and I got myself a antidepressant prescription the weeks leading up to that.
So you were having some issues before then, just kind of dealing with your depression?
Yeah.
Have you been formally diagnosed with anything or?
I would say I was formally diagnosed with depression, but I don't have a therapist or anything.
So it was just like a regular doctor?
Yeah, not so much a regular doctor. We don't really do visits or physicians. Physicals or anything like that. I'm not in contact with a regular doctor. But in terms of the prescriptions, I found that helps on some days when I take it, including my ADHD prescription. So I think it's definitely an issue with some depression related chemicals or something.
What do you take that you think helps?
It helps sometimes, but I don't take it consistently. Come see what was going on. I kind of wanted to mend relations. I wanted to see what God had in store for me. It was kind of a spiritual thing.
The reason that we kind of we're trying to talk to you to begin with this morning is because somebody had pointed us to your social media postings and had some concerns about exactly what was going on with you. Can you kind of explain to us your postings and kind of what your thought process was for those?
Yes. And if it sounds like an excuse, I'm not making excuses. I know, looking back, I should not have posted that, and definitely not publicly. When I posted it, I did not think my intention was not to scare anyone or cause terror, so I'm sorry about that. That really was not my intention. So I would say there are multiple motivations behind posting it. Some of it might make sense, some of it might seem crazy, and if it does, I'd be happy to elaborate. So after everything kind of happened all at once. First it was, I made the donations, which I was very happy to make. I didn't gloat about it, I didn't tell family about it, I was happy to make it. But I remember reading there was something on the 90-day tithing challenge, the donation challenge that I caught, and it said, if it works out for you, great. If it doesn't work, or something like, if it doesn't work out for you, ask for a refund. I thought, well, why would we ever need to ask for a refund? But it always stuck with me. And then it was almost like, as soon as I made the donation, the weeks after, which isn't a long time, I would say things started falling apart, which have no relevance to the church. It's not like they came down here and got me sick, right? That's impossible. So it's not anything specific directed towards anyone at the church. Nobody at that church is some divine being or, powerful enough to do that, or why would they even want to? So it's, for example, after I made the donation, I think it was after, relationships started falling apart. Around that time, I got a very nasty, unexpected tooth infection around here that I had to do, that my dentist had to send me over to a surgeon because she said it was going to spread to my eye and cause blindness. So we had to go ahead and cut that out. And that morning, that was one of the things that came up. And then, of course, later there was, I would say just relationships, and then there was a period of long-term, I would say, loneliness that caused my depression. I would say that would have been the biggest factor towards depression.
Even as Jang starts spilling information, hoping to get out of trouble, his anger and violent intentions are all too clear to the detectives.
I kind of got mad at God, right? So, not mad at the church because they could not have done any of that. So I thought, I got mad at God. I'm thinking, spiritually thinking, I'm doing all this praying and commitment, and it's not like I'm not asking for my life to get better, but it felt like my life was getting a lot worse. Mm-hmm. So the reason for the posts, I'm not saying it's right, I'm saying that was the motivation behind some of these posts, or I would even say all of these posts, was kind of a way to just scream out loud at God. And I regret making it public. Some people advise me you should just write a journal, or which I do sometimes, but or put it in a prayer when you say it alone. Don't let anyone hear you disrupt people. So I regret making it public. That really should have been something I kept to myself. The reason I tagged the church, I think this question came up earlier at the hospital. They asked, and I think it's a very valid question. They asked, not the church, but I think the lady at the hospital asked me, why did you post pictures of the church, or something like that, or why did you, it seemed like you were addressing the church. So I need to explain that. First, I did not make any statements or phone calls or any text or anything to the church or anyone at the church in any threatening way. That was never my intention. Second, I needed a point of reference because first, Instagram doesn't let us post things without a picture. It's not like Twitter. You could just write something, whatever crap, and then post it. They need a picture. So I needed a point of reference. The other alternative was to post a picture of the Bible and still say what I said, which I shouldn't have done either. But
bro, you literally went to the church parking lot, took the photo of the church, and then came.
What are we talking about?
You doing a lot of rambling, bro. You made terroristic threats, and that's it.
I had done that, I needed a point of reference. I already burned a Bible, which also I posted a video of me setting a Bible on fire in my kitchen, in a pot.
When did that happen?
I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
And perhaps I really think it was a big misunderstanding. Not on your part, but on whoever reported it, because at the hospital, I overheard someone asked me to clarify. They said, "Did you want to burn the church down?" And I said, "When did I say that?" You know, and so no. What I posted on Instagram was me burning the Bible. The Bible did not even belong to that church. I got it from a different church years ago, and there's now any connection with me in that church. So to me, that was best depicted, which is a bad idea, but that was best depicted through a Bible or through a picture that God can refer back to me, and that would be, that church. That is pretty much the only Christian church that I consider myself a member of. So,
when did you take the pictures of the church?
I would say last night.
So were you there at the church all night in your car, or did you go home at some point?
I drove around in the rain. I drove around. I was very, I guess, just spiritually.
So the night before, you knew they had a sermon the next day. You go take these photos and make threatening remarks to the church, but we're not supposed to use that as a connection.
Right. You write your letter. You go to the church. You take a picture. You make a post. You burn the Bible. You doing a lot. The night before.
But you ain't have plans on doing that.
Be for real.
Bro.
No.
I wasn't born at night or last night. I ain't no dummy, bro.
That's crazy.
Very confused as to
what time do you think you got to the church this morning?
Maybe around 10, I think.
10 this morning.
What time does sermon start? If sermon starts at 10, he arrived at 10:05. He wanted to be like, okay, I know everybody will be there. He scoped it out. Probably was going to go back to the car, get whatever else he needed, and come back and shoot up the place.
Yep.
Yes.
And so between like 10 and 11 and 9 and 10 this morning, you were at the church or you were driving around?
I would say I arrived at the church in my car in their parking lot entrance area. I would say around maybe 10:10 or 10:12. I remember looking at the clock and I thought, oh wow, they already started service already, because I think it was 10 o'clock. So I remember looking at the clock and I think it was around 10 or 10:12 that I got into the parking lot.
And so have you slept at all since last night, or?
I fell asleep maybe around 7 or 8 p.m. Accidentally. I wasn't trying to fall asleep, but I remember waking up maybe around 10 or 11 p.m.
And that's when you left your apartment?
Yeah.
And you haven't slept since then?
Wait. This morning, maybe around the early morning, I would say any time from 5 to 7 a.m. I fell asleep. Maybe it was a quick nap. I don't remember how long.
Okay. And do you remember where you were parked at that time?
Yes, I was in my apartment on my futon.
This morning?
Yes.
From 5 to 7?
Yes, anytime from 5 to 7 or 8 a.m.
And have you taken any drugs or alcohol or anything?
No.
You show up to a church with a firearm after posting some concerning things on the internet, including, a picture of you with that gun and a picture of, it looks like you went to the range. Have you been to the range with your gun before?
I have. Yes.
Okay. So you see where the concern
I do.
lies with people, and it looks like a threat to anybody who looks at it. So that's kind of why we're involved. And, you know, our job is not only to investigate crimes, but to make sure that you're okay, you know, mental health wise. So, you know, we appreciate you kind of talking to us and giving us the background on kind of where you're at. But I think our main concern is, you know, what led you to post, you know, those things with the weapon and then bring the weapon to the church this morning.
Sure, I can explain that.
Okay.
If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer. If any part of the explanation sounds unbelievable or crazy, just please ask me to elaborate. Let me start off with the easy part. I feel it's why I brought a weapon. I have a concealed carry permit. I would say I am naturally a kind of a paranoid person, not in a, you know, sneak around corners kind of way, but I just try to have situational awareness at all times. If I'm not carrying a gun, I am carrying a knife or pepper spray. In the past, when I would date someone, I would buy them pepper spray all the time, even if they didn't want it. Be like, hey, you need some of this stuff.
Okay.
So I have that, you know, as I have receipts from that too. I keep a flashlight, and for example, just a quick example, I would have flashlights in the car, multiple flashlights, and then one in every room and stuff like that. That's just how I've been. So the thing with the weapon, I understand when you combine that with the posts and this and that, it's just a horrible idea. And I also did not know you cannot bring a gun into church. I knew, because I thought if I had a concealed carry permit, I knew I could not bring it into museums or government property. Mm-hmm. I did not know it, you know, I thought churches were private or nonprofit. So I really did not know that. And that's something I would not do again. And so that was the reason. As for having magazines, I keep one in the car, and so there should be, you know, pepper spray in the car too, as well as a knife. These are self-defense items.
So those are always things that you have in your vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
It isn't that simple though. Not only had Jang been to a shooting range, but that morning, he posted an Instagram photo with the caption, "I'm going to exterminate you in this life and the next. For what you did to me and for what you actively deny me, so you better neutralize me when I respawn." Ending the message with another cuss word.
It sounded like from your posts from earlier this morning that, you know, maybe you had some anger towards like government officials. Can you kind of talk to us about that?
Yes. Some of these posts were made in a comedic way. I know it's not comedic, but I made a post saying that George Bush is my grandson. That's obviously crazy. So some of it was yelling at God. The other parts were really just meant to be kind of a friendly punch in the arm. It's hard to describe. But it's also kind of saying, hey, you know, I'm really going through a lot of pain here. But it's kind of like also like trying to make it in a jestful way. I don't mean that. It is absolutely not meant to be serious.
But you know that making those posts public, other people were going to see them, right?
Yes. And that's where I admit it was a very bad idea. But I did not intend to cause harm or to threaten or to scare anyone like that. If anything, I thought it was just made in jest. My standards have gotten really down. I think, for example, there's music that sings about politicians. There's rappers that curse them out or even yelling about doing violent things to them or stuff like that. So I thought, oh, well, then I could probably make this joke too, right? Not like I never made a joke to harm someone, but I'm thinking, well, what I said is probably kind of funny compared to what is actually being said out there, and you know, they seem to be fine with it. So I did not intend to have that, you know, ever be taken in a serious way. So
one of the concerns that I had when I was looking at these posts, when I'm looking at the things that you write there, is that you're using language like, I'm going to exterminate you, mentioning that, you know, ending this life, talking about mentioning when you respawn. You mentioned that bit where you're grateful to the women who have been in your life, and you say, see you in the next one. You were making very finalized statements. Like, you've made a plan, you've come to a determination in your mind. This is the end of this track, this course of action that you've created. And at the same time, you're taking pictures of yourself with a gun in your hand, and you're pointing at a church. So I know that you said Instagram doesn't let you post stuff without a picture, but you're accompanying those pictures with words, and those words are very direct and straightforward and descriptive.
The images.
And that's, again, I know that the detectives told you that that's why we're here. We need to make sure that no one's in danger. And I'm still stuck on that. I'm still confused as to why you're specifically mentioning things like exterminating people and ending your own life. It's concerning.
Sure. I can explain that. It might sound a little crazy. Again, this is the part that I haven't said yet. I think I was building up to it. I talked a little bit about creative pursuits as a way of venting. Of course, it's not a way to excuse anything, but as a way of venting. I know in the past, when I was younger, an example would have been, not an accurate, complete example, but just in general. Let's say if I were to miss someone, or if I was just really angry at something that happened, I would try to write a very, almost like a vivid dream kind of way, like a very, I like to write a lot of fiction. I like to, you can see how I can show you, I write a lot of, I made a lot of short films, I made a lot of video games, and plots and creative writing and poetry. So all of that, it's just a way for me to almost fantasize and put myself, like, build a completely, like, fictional character, but kind of using my feelings and my experiences, but twisting it in a way where this is a completely different character. In the past, it was a way for me, and I think even now, because I kind of recognize, the way I've been doing it, it was a way for me to vent. When I say vent, it sounds as like, it always has to be angry. No, it's more of like just to put myself in that, almost like a fantasy position of like this character I'm building. Or for example, in the past, when I get angry, I would not necessarily write it down, but in my mind, I'm almost, I know it's hard to picture, but building a scene where there's two characters talking and they're fighting or something like that, and it would get extremely vivid. And then part of that I would put into a short film or a video game or write about it. And I'm not saying, it also goes back to why I regret making it public or making it the way I did, I think. Or maybe I should have just put it under context and say, okay, well, this is, me venting my frustrations, but through a different, like a completely fictional character. And this is for an upcoming story, or this is for my partially, fiction, but also kind of like a fiction, but based off of my experience kind of story, my, journey with spirituality and the failing and how it failed, or where I learned and stuff like that.
Jang runs his mouth for a couple of more minutes, frantically trying to justify his posts, but the detectives have already heard enough of his ass.
I've been heard enough.
Jang was charged with felony, attempted obstruction in the free exercise of religious beliefs, use of firearm during and relation to a crime of violence, and transmitting threats over the internet. In March 2025, following a 4-day trial, a federal jury found Rui guilty on all accounts. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 25 years in prison and 5 years of supervised release for attempting a mass shooting at a Haymarket church.
Good.
If your wardrobe started to look like evidence,
Lock them up.
Lock him up.
Lock them up. It's good.
Lock him up. Boy, 25, bro. Damn.
Ciao.
All because you had a mood swing episode, bro. Mood swing. Lock him up.
Lock them up.
You got to do it in that tone. See, he said it like that. He
said no, he did.
He said it twice. He said, lock him up. Lock him up. I swear.
Why you always got to prove something? Dude, it's this one.
I'm finna go to this one.
That's too long. Let's go to the clip.
Got permission?
Yeah,
Written permission from Trey Taylor.
Trey Taylor?
Crew tractor.
Oh, crew tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who told you could fish here?
And I thought it was state property.
State.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
State.
It ain't.
Hit the road, dude. This ain't no state property. This is private property.
Oh,
What
okay.
is your name? I want your name.
Huh?
So I can call down and see who gave you permission
My name?
on state property.
My name's Hubert
Last name.
Jones.
Hubert Jones.
Yeah.
State property. I ain't never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, man. Tractor Supply on this?
What?
You said Tractor Supply on this pond right here?
Crew, Trey Taylor and Crew Track.
Okay.
Right out there, I'm his daddy.
You was daddy?
And a man just called me and called Trey and said, Trey, they're fishing this pond. He said, lock 'em up.
Oh, man.
Lock 'em up.
That's all you guys said. Lock 'em up.
Lock.
No, you kept saying.
Lock 'em. You kept saying him, and I said.
But you kept saying lock 'em up. You kept saying you were doing it too fast.
Okay.
I was saying you got to change the tempo.
Yeah, I got you, baby. Let's wrap it up.
Lock 'em up. Lock his ass up because he deserves it.
But facts, and anyone else for that matter, that's on this type of time.
Lock 'em up.
I think we both doing it wrong at this point, but you get the idea. Anyway, yeah, cause what you got going?
Fast.
And a good thing the friend reported everything, because you do have some people like, I didn't think they were serious. I didn't think that they would really do it and or do something. No. I'd rather report and then we'll figure everything else out later. But I wouldn't want it to get to anything of this, nature. Because that would be like, I would feel guilty for seeing it and not doing anything.
He went there with the intentions of
Yeah.
doing it. It's just luckily somebody reported.
Yeah.
But y'all spam us up in the comments. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts down below for us. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Peace.
Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my pocket.